Hi, this is Dr. Kelly, and we're going to be talking about sleep for the next few minutes. Something we absolutely need more of, and many of us feel frustrated because we know we want it, but we don't always find time for it. And then when we finally get to bed, we don't always feel tired. So, just the right amount of sleep is important. Too little, we simply cannot heal, we cannot restore, and that's what sleep is good for. And too much suggests signs of imbalance, whether that's depression or it's an illness or something else that's keeping us from wanting to live our lives. So the just right amount, if you will, is about 6 to 8 hours, and that depends upon your daily requirements. If you've run a marathon that day, of course you might need more sleep, things to that nature. I want to talk about something that's very interesting, and it's relatively new information. It's about a hormone, and it's a master hormone at that, and it's located in the fat cells, and it does have something to do with sleep, and we're going to get to that. But basically, this hormone tells our body when we've had enough food and when we should quit eating or our lips should lock. But what does this have to do with sleep? Well, let's answer that question. So leptin is a relatively newly discovered hormone, and it is a master hormone. It does a lot to deal with coordination around our metabolic and behavioral activities related to food. And when your stomach is full, the fat cells where the leptin is stored release that leptin and tell your body, okay, I'm good, no more food. But the lack of leptin causes overeating. And now you can see here the correlation between leptin and sleep. The lack of sleep causes the lack of leptin. Then that individual is going to be somebody that has a hard time putting food down. So here's some sleep tips, and probably you know a lot of these, but there's four categories that we have thought about around sleep. One is to reduce your stimulants. Obviously, so important not to have the TV in the room, and certainly do not watch news before sleep. But sadly, a lot of people are watching the TV with the news on as they go to bed. Computer screens are also highly stimulating and not to be used before bed, and that includes a Kindle. Take a real book to bed. Less input from sound and light is important. So if someone's next door watching the TV, buy them a headphone. Close curtains if possible, or install curtains. And make sure you don't have light from any source. A little wall clock. Face your digital clocks toward the wall. That digital light is extremely irritating to the nervous system. Make your sleep environment as nice as you can. Wear something comfortable, not too tight. Do not look at your clock when you get up to go to the bathroom. Pretend like it's 2 in the morning and you still have another 2 or 3 hours to sleep. And then make sure you're paying attention to the temperature. Open windows or not. And it's really nice actually to go to sleep with your bedroom less cluttered. If you have time to put it together, it does make a difference. Create a sense of trust for yourself. A lot of folks are nervous about not waking up in time, so set your alarm clock that relies on electricity and set your phone in another room to the same time or even 5 minutes later. Plug it in and so you know the battery's not going to go down and you will wake up. You might try a relaxing tea like chamomile, and that will help your body let go as you put your head to the pillow. And oftentimes doing a brain dump is ever so important. What do I mean by that? Well, simply write everything down that you don't want to forget for tomorrow, because you'll be thinking about it all night. Now, the goal of good sleep is to get to the point where you're sleeping soundly at least 90 minutes, because every 90 minutes you get to what we call rapid eye movement. And this picture here represents what it would look like if the eyelids were transparent. You see the person looking straight ahead, and then to the right, and then to the left. And this is actually at a pretty high rate. This is the point in time when your body is letting go, and the back muscles actually relax for the first time during REM sleep. This is also the time with which you will dream. Now, whether or not you remember your dream is not always indicative of whether you're dreaming. So rapid eye movement is an important thing to try to seek to get your full sleep. And so the last bit of advice is, if you want to know if you really are sleeping well, there's lots of devices out today. Most common one perhaps is the Fitbit, that tells you how many hours you're sleeping, how many times you're waking up, and that type of thing. Extremely helpful to get some feedback. So do not underestimate the power of sleep as it relates to your ability to heal as it relates to your ability to control food that goes in your mouth. Our next module will be around the question of supplementation. How does this all fit in? What are the requirements around supplementation that make sense to you? So look forward to seeing you then. Thanks so much.